What's going down, people? How you doing? This is TK coming at you with the crypto news. Just want to get back to crypto for a while. In the crypto world, what I would suggest to you guys is that you get So through mining, what you can do is use dollar cost averaging to increase your computing power, and then eventually, say over 2 years, get to the point where your mining rewards are outweighing your salary at work. And of course, that's what my goal is, or what I'm personally working towards. So you figure out your own strategy. That's just what I'm doing for myself. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, primary focus, because these are steadfast tokens, or I should say steadfast currencies that accumulate in value over time, and historically in the past 8 to 9 years have done extremely well. Okay. There's some other coins that you should pay attention to, but if you're new to cryptocurrency, then it's kind of hard to point you towards the innovations within the industry that are worth paying attention to. One thing I can suggest is maybe you subscribe to my Facebook group, Cryptocurrency Entrepreneurs, where we talk about these innovations by posting articles either from well-written content providers or from the actual company itself. It's a repository of all things entrepreneur related in the crypto space. So all you have to do is search Facebook for Cryptocurrency Entrepreneurs, and we're sitting at somewhere around 12,000 members, and that's organically grown. That's not a ClickBank. So the information is available to the people willing to study and learn more about the opportunity. So the opportunity right now within cryptocurrency is looked at in so many different ways by so many different people. But the factual side of the economic shift that's taking place right now is that paper money is a failing insolvent system, that the nature in which the fractional reserve banking steals from you is going to force you at some point to get an alternative solution. So cryptocurrency is a nice alternative to the failing infrastructure behind fractional reserve banking. It's your plan B. So it's a good idea to have an alternative means to pay, and secure digital money on the internet, which is what cryptocurrency is a trustless, decentralized system or ecosystem that basically allows you to take the middleman out of your finances. You can send a transaction to another person without having someone else in between that transaction. So F what you heard, realize that the advantages of peer-to-peer transactions outweigh the negative inherent failures that comes with manipulated central trust in paper money. The central authority that you put all your faith in is actually stealing through inflation, and there's no reason to trust them because they historically have proven that they're greedy, selfish, self-centered, and evil. So the alternative being a decentralized, trustless transaction of person to person, or I should say individual to individual, gives you a nice counterbalance to inflation stealing money out of your salary, or siphoning money out of your hard work and labor. Because money, in terms of paper currency or digital currency, and most paper exists, 9 out of $10 only exists on a computer. So the truthful side of fiat monetary system means that your labor is represented in a fiat salary, and your salary is eroded by inflation. So a counterbalance to inflation would be taking the thief out of your ecosystem, out of your finances. And essentially that's what cryptocurrency allows you to do. It allows you to take personal responsibility for your finances and directly convert your labor into something that appreciates, or into an asset that goes up in value over time. So I definitely suggest that you get into cryptocurrency, either direct conversion in the top 10 currencies, or direct mining of the top 10 currencies. You know, how much do you own, or how much do you store in your private wallet when it comes to the historically increase in value currencies that exist within the blockchain? That's just who will be rewarded. The people who hold the most will be rewarded as the currency goes up in value and continues to accumulate. That's just a fact. So the new 401k is mining, and for those people out there who are archaic in thinking and have to hold on to the dinosaur of antiquities, then that can act as a counterbalance to cryptocurrency. So you have paper money going directly into the top 10 cryptocurrencies, and then you have some of your paper money going into physical holdings of gold and silver that you put in a safe, or that you store in an offshore vault. Okay, and together it creates a system outside of traditional fractional reserve banking that not only empowers you, it gives you choices. And I think that's the fundamental aspect of this concept, is to have choices, not be limited, and not be controlled or boxed in by the failing dollar. I think the primary problem is a lack of understanding in how fractional reserve banking works, or I should say how the dollar itself is losing purchasing power and continuously devalues the longer you hold dollars in your bank. Okay, so not understanding that doesn't give you a sense of urgency to create something in a different choice. You don't see a reason to hold the alternative. But even if you don't understand the principles behind diversification, it won't hurt you to have other forms of payment. You know, you don't understand the reason to have other forms of payment, but not understanding that will not hurt you if you choose to break away from limitations of just having paper money. You know, it's like having more than one credit card in your wallet. You're not really saying that your primary credit card is going to decline, but in the event that it does, you have another credit card that you can use as an alternative form of payment. And traditionally, when merchants see that a credit card declines, that's the only question that they ask you. They say, this card has declined. Do you have an alternative means to pay? So what I'm suggesting to you is that you gain an alternative means to pay. And right now, you should be paying yourself first in gold, silver, Bitcoin. And then outside of Bitcoin, there are other cryptocurrencies that have established themselves as just as much value, if not just as strong. So position yourself, make different decisions. Don't hold on to the old way of doing things. Realize how the new way can actually propel you above your peers. Learn how to utilize technology so that it advances you to a specialized point where that technology is now giving you an extra tool in your tool belt so that you can succeed. These are all just suggestions. I'm walking this walk myself, and as I accomplish different things, I share them. So take it as a grain of salt and decide what's best for your life.